So let's see if I can teach you something new that you didn't know about searching the internet. So I'm in Google, I'm going to search for William Shakespeare. Okay, so 57.5 million results about William Shakespeare. So before you click on the top result that turns up at your search, let's have a look first of all at the information that Google has given you. So the top is the title. The top, the blue, the underline is the title. So it's coming from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia that I'm sure you all know. Underneath that is the actual web address for that page. Now we can tell quite a bit from this. First of all, we can tell that it's a wiki. Now a wiki is a website that people can contribute to, so anybody can go in and edit it. Now some people will think that this means that it's less reliable because people can go and write anything up there and you don't know whether it's true or not. But wikis can be an extremely important source of information, so don't discount them. By all means use a wiki, but double check any facts that you find on there. So we've got a fact here about his that the day he was baptized and the day he died. I would check that on another site before putting that into a piece of work. What else can we see from there? We've got some other links here. So we've got something about his life, we've got something about Macbeth, about his page, about his plays. Images. Right, let's look at this one. So BBC history. So and there's the address, bbc.co.uk. So we know what the BBC is. It's a news site, but it also makes television programmes, generally trustworthy. .co.uk tells us that it's a British site, and we can see that it's coming from the history section of the BBC site. Let's have a look. Go further down. Stratford-upon-Avon.co.uk. This says Stratford-upon-Avon for accommodation, so maybe not what you're looking for, but again a British site, and so on. So looking at these little snippets, some basic facts about William Shakespeare's life, work and plays for those new to Shakespeare. So if you read the snippets to see whether it looks like that is the page that you want to go to. Now here's one here. .info. Now .info means it's a non-profit making information site, so that could be good. Coming from the United States, so you may make a decision about whether you want that or not. Here we've got one with a date, 28th of January 2012, so recently updated one. Shakespeare.mit.edu. Now edu stands for education, and it's an American site. In the UK we use .ac, .ac for academic. Those are university or higher education sites, and we use .sch for school sites. So if you see .edu, that is an American university or college. So how can we decide? So let's say I'm going to look at the BBC one. Now I'm not going to just click on it, I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to open it up in a new tab. That means that my original search is still there, because I might also decide that I think I might want to look at one of the other ones. Okay, I might want to look at the wiki site. So I've got two pages now that I think might be for me. I want you to look down this left hand side panel. At the moment we're searching everything. Pages from the web, and we're searching for everything. Now we can narrow this down. Now images, but we don't want to go to images. Videos. Maybe you learn better by listening and watching. So by clicking on videos, I've now got about 8.5 million results. BBC News. Film claims William Shakespeare did not write his plays. So if that's relevant to your topic, you can see how long the video is, 1 minute 28, and you can see when it was posted, so fairly recently. Okay, so those are videos that you might prefer. You've got news. Okay, so you could, if you're looking for recent, or not just recent, but if you're just looking for William Shakespeare in the news, let's go back to everything. Now, we can choose just to have pages from the UK. So we could go down from 57.5 million down to 5 million by getting rid of the Americans pages. So So if I scroll down now, the .info and the mit.edu site have all gone. So that's something that you might want to do. Maybe not so relevant for William Shakespeare, but for some topics it might be relevant to filter your results so that you're only getting up-to-date information posted. So sites that have recently updated or added information to their site. Now, keep going down. Reading level, I think, is a really useful one for students, and one that you don't use enough. If I click on reading level, it will tell me that the results that are from the UK at the moment, past year UK, I didn't go back to any time, 31% of those sites have been classified as a basic reading level, with 60% intermediate, 10% advanced. Now if I click on basic, I'm now going to get rid of everything else. We're just showing the basic pages. Okay, now actually the BBC site has gone. That was considered maybe too hard in terms of reading level. So now there's one here, basic facts about William Shakespeare, bl.uk. If I read the snippet, it's telling me it's from the British Library, so I'm going to have that. And so right click, open a new tab. Shakespeare.org.uk. .org means it's a non-profit making organisation, so promoting the life and work of Shakespeare. So I can click on that. So I've now got 4 different sites with information. Now the BBC, which came up as being harder than basic reading level, lots of information but lots to read. Wikipedia, as you know, we have lots and lots of reading, but I can show you how to deal with that in a minute. Well, I'll show you how to deal with it now. So when you go onto a Wikipedia page, there is often a lot of text and there's a lot of information, and it scrolls down a long way, and that's often quite overwhelming. But if you can find languages on the left hand side, so it might be closed off like that, if you go to open up your languages and you scroll down and you find Simple English. Now if you click on that, it will take out a lot of information. So there we now have a much smaller amount of information, and it's a little bit more spread out, and it'll be a little bit easier for you to read. And I also want to remind you about Control F. Here, find. The same for Internet Explorer, Control F, it comes up under the edit menu. Now let's say I want to find out about Hamlet. Type in Hamlet. Now Hamlet appears once on this page and it jumps me straight there, and I could open that up in a new tab, and you'll notice there if you look at the web address, because I came from Simple Wiki, I'm getting answers from the Simple Wikipedia. So Hamlet in Simple English, so that's a useful one for you to look at. Basic facts, there we have it. That was one that we found, just not too much information. And this one looks like something that you'd have to search a bit further. Now often that's the case, you have to actually search. So what you might want to find out about, let's say we want to find out about Hamlet, we can search within the site. So click on there. We've chosen it, we thought that might be a useful site. So we've got a detailed look at the set text. If we're studying Hamlet, we could look at that, and we found some information about it. So there are some tips about searching using Google and Wiki, and